Okay, so I thought that it would be cool to do like a training vlog, kind of give you a sense of the different things that I do while I'm in a training session. So hopefully this isn't super lame because it's the first time that I have ever done anything like this. But here's me warming up. So normally what I do is that I come in and this is day one of week 4, by the way. So this is my deload week, where the weights are lighter than they were the week before, kind of giving my body a little bit of a break. And I always start my day with a 2-minute Airdyne warm up. And then I do this. This is actually called the crossover symmetry system. And I got this, I'll talk a little bit about this in a little bit, but I got this system after I had shoulder surgery, and it's pretty much stayed dormant now for 4 years or so, 3 or 4 years. Uh, but one of the things that I've really been lacking lately is just generally speaking, my overhead strength and overhead stability, especially in the snatch. And since the main goal this year is to hit a 200-pound snatch, this is something that I do every single day to try and build all that. I then jump in and I do 20 air squats, just trying to get a little bit more blood flow into the legs. I grab my little broom and I do 20 of these, the hell are they even called? Leg sweeps? What did I put on my board? Yeah, well, leg swings for each side. So just trying to get moving a little bit. Now we get into the actual barbell. Now I've been criticized on this from buddies in the past that my warm-ups are never quite long. I don't believe in blowing a whole bunch of time into the warm-up, but I will take an empty barbell and do some of the different movements. So this is day one of the week, which means clean and jerks. And I always work up to a single for the day, and then I go backwards and do some doubles. But today we're going light. So last week I think that I hit 110 kilos, which for you in the United States is 242 pounds in this. And for this particular week, I am starting off with we'll get there. But 60 kilos is always where I start. So this is about 135 pounds. Now I've added these black weights to the end, which make it 155 pounds. I really didn't take up too much of my setup there. One thing I'm really, really trying to do here in this cycle is going to be spending a lot more of my muscle energy and attention and awareness on how tight my back is and my pulls. Something that I've always kind of neglected a little bit. So this is 176 pounds, which is 80 kilos. And today all I'm trying to get to is 96 kilos. So I'm only working up to about 215 or so pounds as my max. This is 90, so this is 198 pounds. Now today is actually the first day that I have drinking coffee before weightlifting. I'm not a coffee drinker, but coffee is really, really big in the weightlifting community and in the wrestling community. And I thought, hey, maybe give me a little bit of boost because it's early here. This is 7 o'clock or so. Here's my max for the day. So this is 96 kilos, which is about 215 pounds or so. No weightlifting belt. This is plenty easy. It's not supposed to be taxing at all. But with that coffee, my system was raging on fire. I was sweating. I was doing all this kind of stuff. So I did 96 kilos, 215 pounds, and now I'm back to 86 kilos, which is about 185 pounds. So the idea here is that I'm doing 2 faster reps, and I do 3 sets of this, so 3 doubles. And a lot of this really is just making sure that my technique is good, spending enough time and paying enough attention to detail, and that way I can use those technique gains in the future. It's just another double here. So fact, in January of 2014, I competed in my very first weightlifting meet, and this is 1 kilo above the weight that I did in that weightlifting meet. So I opened at 85 kilos in the first competition that I ever did. And here I am all these years later, going 86 kilos for fast doubles on essentially a rest week, which is pretty cool. It's nice to be able to see progress like that. There we go. Those pads that I'm dropping on, Zoe's bedroom is right above the garage here. Um, so I'm trying to not wake her up and wake the family up. So a few years ago, I bought these pads. They're called pound pads. And the idea is that you can drop and they just dead blow the sound and the vibration. So you don't hear them all the way around the house. So I'm just trying to not have the neighbors not hate me and have the family not totally hate me. So that concludes the session of the actual lifts. And then I come in and I always do 3 sets of 5 of these pulls. It's just to give me, it's kind of like putting a donut on the end of a baseball bat. So this is 242 pounds. So I was actually supposed to load 244. And I did for the next couple of sets. But this is just giving me a little bit more strength gain. These things wear me out quickly, especially again with trying to work so much on back tightness right now and really using my lats to squeeze. All right, so I did 3 sets of that. Now we're coming into the squats. So these are, I'm just warming up with an empty bar here, but again, backing down as a deload for my squats this week. This is going to be 218 pounds, so 99 kilos, and I'm going to do 5 sets of stop squats. And a stop squat is when you get down to the bottom and you just sit there for a second, and then you come back up, as opposed to the fast up and down, which is what I would normally be doing. And I do I got to usually get through my entire training session in an hour. So I usually will double these squats up or double up something else that I'm doing with another movement. So you'll see me right when this is done. I'll walk right over and I'll grab my dumbbell and I will start doing dumbbell rows. And I do this week 3 sets of 12 at 55 pounds. I'm starting to feel a little blown up right here. I'm just doing a lot. It is a lot, especially trying to move through this quick. This is very similar to programming that I would have done 5 or 6 years ago, but it would take me an hour and a half to an hour 45 to do. So here I'm trying to squeeze it all into an hour. And there's some other efficiency pieces that I do in a little bit, but we'll do 3 sets of 12 on both sides in between our squats. Take a bite of my breakfast while this is happening. All right. So now I did my 3 sets of both. Originally, when I was recording it, I had recorded every single set and rep, and it was like 50 minutes of footage. So I've gotten it down here to about 11 and a half minutes of footage. So sped some things up, remove sets out, try and give you a little bit more action and just a peek behind the curtain on what I do. So now I move into the conditioning piece. And so I always try and hit some abs and some back every single day. And I want to do something where my heart rate is a little bit higher. So I'm going to do 4 sets, 4 rounds of this. So 10 GHD sit-ups, which are basically it's a deep setup on this thing called the GHD, which is a glute ham developer is what it stands for. So I'll do 10 of these glute ham developer sit-ups, which again, just basically a deep sit-up. And then I'll turn around and I'll do 10 back extensions on this. And a lot of the idea behind this is just help better building the lower back, handle more weight, pull more weight. So I'll hit 10 of these. And then I will grab my jump rope. And I'm going to do 50 double unders. So if you don't know, a double under is, it's jumping rope, but it's 2 passes on the rope going under your feet. So I actually did all 4 sets of this unbroken. So I never had to stop, which was great. My heart again was like pounding here from the coffee and just from generally moving faster. But uh, I felt like today was a really, really good training session. I'm excited for you to see the next one, which is the snatch day, which I just far more enjoy the snatch. And for the rest of this, I sped it up. So this is 20x. So I'm moving very, very fast, but 20x on the speed. But I really enjoy this stuff, and just being able to write my own programming and be able to segment out what my needs are, which in this case it's trying to hit abs and back for something every day. And so I train weightlifting 3 days a week. And so day one is what we're seeing now, which is my clean and jerk and squat day, and then day two is the snatch and Romanian deadlift, and there's a few other things. Day two actually seems like it takes longer, but I'm going to try and speed it up. But I always make sure again that I hit abs, back, and some kind of a conditioning piece. And sometimes just instead of doing, is this over? Is this it? Yep, I think this is it. I stand back, I do my Finn Balor Bullet Club sign, but that was a training day. So I will be back later this week. I'd love to get your comments on what you think this is. If you thought this was totally lame doing the narration like this, but thanks everybody for joining me for a day of training.